Hello, thank you for watching this video. This video is brought to you by betaplan.co.uk. This video is part of our Permitted Development Rights series, a bunch of short videos with the aim of giving the essential information of how to extend your home without planning permission. In this video we deal with loft conversions on domestic dwellings. Firstly, loft conversions are not permitted in designated areas, which include national parks, the Broads, areas of outstanding natural beauty, conservation areas and World Heritage Sites. I would also advise that you check on listed buildings too, as different parts can be listed. We have two types of house shown, a detached house and a semi-detached house. For the purpose of this video, both houses have the same size, footprint and internal layout. We're now looking at the front elevation. So we take a look at the rear elevation. We take a look at the ground floor plan, the first floor plan and the loft space. We also take a look at a section of the house, both the detached house and the semi-detached house, so we can see the general arrangement and layout. For the purpose of this video, we'll focus on the detached house. If we remove all the walls, we can take a look at the carcass of the house, showing the floors, the internal wall layouts and the door openings. In most cases, the following elements are altered to allow for a loft conversion, and that is namely the stairs, which are positioned over the existing stairs. The first floor layout is slightly altered, a new dormer has been added and roof lights to the front. In this type of house, sometimes means sacrificing the small bedroom to allow for the stairs. There are other options, it depends on the layout of the house. Now if we add the walls back on and we take a look at the rear elevation and focus on the dormer. Dormers can be installed without planning permission as long as they are to the rear or the side elevation. No element is higher than the ridge of the original house. The dormer is set back at least 200 mm from the eaves, and the volume of any dormer cannot exceed 50 cubic meters over the existing house on a detached house or semi-detached house, or 40 cubic meters on a terrace house. To clarify, this dormer is 24 cubic meters. Roof lights are okay to be installed on either elevation. If there's no dormer, the roof light should not protrude more than 150 mm, that's 6 inches off the roof plane. Any side elevation windows with an opening, the opening must be at least 1.7 meters off the internal floor. If we take a look at the section of the loft and the relevant parts. If I highlight the ridge, in this example the dormer is a good distance below. This always depends on the pitch of the roof and the internal height in the loft, and if the loft conversion is an option. The pitch on this roof is approximately 40 degrees. In my opinion, you may struggle to get the head height in a pitch less than 30 degrees. If we also take a look at the eaves, we can see they need to be a minimum 200 mm setback from the dormer. When considering loft conversion, bear in mind there will be additional support in the majority of cases, and this will be to the ridge, to the roof and to the floor area. Another thing to note, there is no minimum requirement for a ceiling height. However, a new staircase requires 2 meters clearance head height. Now if we now take a look at the semi-detached house, the principal rules are the same. In the example here we have a hip roof, which is often harder in terms of construction. If we now look to add a dormer onto it, you'll notice that it wraps around the side. This section of the dormer allows the stairs access to the loft. If we take a look at the front elevation, the same rules apply to the dormer. It cannot be forward the front elevation, and the dormer must be set back 200mm off the eaves. An alternative is to alter the hipped roof to a gable roof. This falls within permitted development rights as a roof modification. This does, however, contribute to the 40 or 50 cubic metre area for a detached, semi-detached and terraced house. In this example, the hip to gable adds another 25 cubic metres to the extension, complying with the capacity for a detached or semi-detached house. So in summary, loft conversion requirements to comply with permitted development rights are as follows. The cubic size can be no bigger than 50 cubic metres of the original roof space for a detached or semi-detached house, and 40 cubic metres for a terrace house. This figure includes the hip to gable roof alteration. The new dormer cannot be higher than the highest part of the roof, normally the ridge. The dormer can be on the rear or the side elevation and not on the front or principal elevation that fronts a road. The dormer must be set back from the gutters at least 200mm apart from a hip to gable extension. A balcony, a veranda or a raised platform are not allowed, and any side elevation windows must be obscured and, if openable, 1.7 meters above the finished floor level height. Building controls regulation is required, and to summarise, they will look at the supporting structure, the roof, the floor. They'll look at fire safety in respect of fire doors, smoke detection and means of escape, and they would look how it's thermally insulated to all the new elements of construction, the roof and the walls. Due to numerous technicalities, it's always advised to use an expert to take you through the process from design to build. Thank you for watching this video.